Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. You know what? Yesterday at bedtime, my neck was feeling really good. I just felt so much better. And then I woke up this morning and it feels like crap again. So that's a bummer. But I'm trusting it's going to continue to work itself out. I'm going to do some more gentle yoga today. I can't wait to get back to my workouts. Like, this is driving me crazy. So it's time for unicorn juice, which I have decided that today I'm going to rename this Get Your Shit Together juice. And clearly I need a lot more of that. So I just made a post and I really hope none of my kids' teachers take offense to it because they've all done an amazing job, laying everything out and sending emails with the logins. Like, they've done such an outstanding, exceptional job, but I am not an educator. Like, this is not my wheelhouse. And I feel so overwhelmed trying to navigate it and make sure everyone's logging into the right things and getting all the things done. And so yesterday I told them, we're just going to set the timer. I know, Fart. I know. We're going to set a timer and we're going to get as much done as we can. And then we're going to close it up and be done. Because last week they were driving me insane. The girls would do, a little bit of homework here and then they would stop and they would come back to it a couple hours later. And I felt like my house, in case you don't know, with the exception of my laundry pile, I'm very neurotic about things being in their place and feeling tidy and organized. I mean, don't open my cupboards or my closets. That's a whole other thing. But surface wise, I don't like a lot of tchotchkes and stuff because it just makes me feel overstimulated. Overstimulated, that's the word. Little sensory issue. So anyway, I was feeling really overwhelmed by them constantly starting and then stopping work. And then I would pick stuff up and then I'm trying to get my own things done because I run a business from my kitchen table. And so trying to figure out how to plug and play it all. So I thought I had this great plan yesterday. I'm we're going to set a timer. We're going to make it a game. We're going to make it fun. And we're just going to dig into it. And as much as we can do, we're going to get through. And I had this brilliant idea, which I'm encouraging you all to take this idea. I found a blank brand new journal for every single one of them. And I was we're going to start our homework session time with a gratitude practice. And so Charlotte, she's well, we should each write one thing we're grateful for how many years we've been alive. And I was okay, cool. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I'm just a minimum of 3 things that you're grateful for. And then I got out my gratitude journal and I did a second list because right now that's something I'm really leaning into, even more so than normal. So I wrote a second gratitude list and I just had them write or draw in their gratitude journal until I was done. And then then Charlotte was can we share what we're grateful for? Which was really cool. I love that we're cultivating that. So I highly encourage all of you to do that, especially, mindset is everything. And so if you're going into homework or, virtual learning or whatever you're freaking calling it, and everyone already feels on edge and overwhelmed, like I'm currently feeling, that's just bad juju. So we started with gratitude and yesterday actually went pretty smoothly. I had to breathe into a paper bag a couple times because I was oh, I can get my work done while they're doing this. No, everyone has a question. Everyone's well, what does this mean? And what is my login for this? And then, Shannon is completely losing her shit. I'm just calm down. So then the girls were trying to help each other, which turned into Charlotte screaming at Shannon. She knows better. Typical firstborn. Shocking, right? But Connor did he powered through all of his stuff. I was so proud of him because he's usually that's usually a struggle. And he did really well. And then the girls still hadn't gotten through a lot of their stuff because they don't want to do math or certain things. Everyone has a subject they dislike. And so they're putting it off and they're oh, I'm just going to do all my reading or all my spelling. I'm going to do all that. But I was that's great. But eventually you have to do the things you really don't want to do. And you don't want to feel so overwhelmed. So today, the plan of attack is to start with their gratitude practice and then do the one thing they really don't want to do first. It's eating your frog. This is what I tell all my coaches to do. Eat your frog, do the thing you really don't want to do, and then you get it out of the way and you just feel so much better. So I don't know. The point of this is just, it's what I do is I share my reel and hopefully it helps you feel less alone if you're feeling kind of overwhelmed too. And maybe you have some tips for me because not my wheelhouse. And I don't want to spend hours a day doing this, which is why I'm we're just going to make it a game and try and get as much done in this window as possible. Connor gets to log in and chat with his teacher today, which I'm super pumped about. God bless teachers, man. They seriously need to make more money. Oh, look who's here. He's pawing at me. Say hi, Fart. The people's looking at you. Fart has escaped twice in the last couple days. I think he's there are too many people here. What do you see, Fart? What do you see? People are watching. So anyway, I'm going to drink my newly renamed Get Shit Done juice. Today's flavor is fruit punch. Farty. I'm going to have Fart, we're going to start you we should start you a channel. Yeah, or a like page or something. Oh, we love Fart so much. He's the best thing that ever happened to us. You are. Are you going to bite me while all the people are watching? So anyway, that's my reel. And I'm going to do a little gentle yoga and continue to try and work my neck out. And then I'm just trying to not sweat the small stuff. And I know in the scheme of things, them getting their work done, right? I don't need to be all freaked out. It's just so hard, you guys. I stay home, but like, I'm busy. I don't know what other moms do, but I'm busy all day long doing things. And now I've got all these people to feed and I don't entertain my children. I'm like, that's why I made 3 of you. Like, entertain yourselves. But I have 3 of them and trying to help them navigate their stuff and helping everyone's energy be up. It's definitely interesting. So that's what's happening today. Thanks for attending my TED Talk. Should we pull an affirmation card, Farty? What you think, Farty? This cat. Okay, so a lot of you are like, how did Fart get his name? All of our cats have human names. They've always had human names, with the exception of one named Bug, but he wasn't right in the head. But everyone else has always had a human name. Marshall and I don't know how many cats we've had. We've been married for 21 and a half years, and we've always had cats. So we've gone through quite a few creatures. But Fart came to us last January, a year ago this January. He was actually in the alley just like yowling. Marshall and I were outside. We were like, what is that? We went outside, and there was this little tiny fart cloud was walking around screaming. And so we put some food outside, but he was so friendly. We were like, no way, this cat has to belong to someone. So we made him a little house because it was January. It was like negative 5 million degrees here. And we put a heating pad and some blankets inside this cardboard box. The cat wouldn't go in it. Like, this cat, he was insane. So then after after like 24 hours, I know, shame on me. I made you stay outside. So then we put him in the garage, and he lived in the garage for an entire week because I'm fanatical about, if we have a new cat, I'm not going to introduce it to my other cats until we get this one like checked out at a vet and make sure it's not like diseased and stuff. Plus, maybe it belonged to someone. So I did my due diligence. Nobody around here had ever seen this cat. I seriously believe Jesus like hand delivered him to us because he knew we needed this cat. Things were so hard a year ago last January, so hard. Like, I didn't think we were going to survive this chapter. But Farty came, and we just couldn't figure out a name for him. And so I took him to the vet, and he checked out. We thought he had extra paws, which would have been super cool, but he didn't, or extra toes. And we all just decided that he looked like a fart cloud, and he's a stinker. He smells like a fart. So that is why his name is Fart. He is the most fun, wildest cat ever. I've never ever had a cat like him. He will tunnel under the covers. He likes to lay in your arms like a baby. And when I go to sleep at night, he like snuggles up against me, and he sleeps like an otter. Like, he's on his back with his little paws right here, and he will nuzzle his head into my chin, you guys. Farty, you're the best. Are you done talking? He's done talking. But Fart's super fun, and he lays on his back and demands attention. These are the things that bring me joy, you guys. I love having cats, and I'm seriously living my best life. And then this one, well, since apparently you seem to be interested in my cat stories, where'd he go? That one, he's a window licker. Currently, he's eating some strawberries or something. I don't think you should do that. This one, Connor wanted a kitten for his birthday. He wanted a kitten for his birthday this last August, and I was like, no, let's come up with something else. So he wanted a kitten for his birthday, adamant no. On Connor's birthday, which was August 4th, I was working out, and Marshall was going to take the kids on a quick adventure. And so they went into the garage, and they found a creature in the garage. This cat hitched a ride home from Marshall's work. He climbed into the undercarriage of the Suburban and survived. He drove home on the Suburban, was in the garage when the kids found him. It was his birthday, and he prayed for a kitten. Like, how could you say no? It's impossible. So that's how Augie came to us. His name is August. That's how Augie came to us. And when we went to the vet, we actually go to the Glasgow vet. Now it's just getting really rambly. You probably don't care, but best vets ever are Valley Vet in Glasgow. Oh my God, I love them. I would literally shrink them and put them in my pocket if I could. Anyway, when we saw Dr. Chelsea, she asked Connor, she was like, did you pray for this kitten? And Connor was like, So now Connor has an approved prayer list because I was like, we are at capacity. Like we were at capacity several cats ago. I keep saying no more cats, no more cats. And then they just keep getting delivered or showing up here or being prayed for. So that is the story of, well, that's 2 of our 3 Montana cats. So, it's a party. All right. And now we've wasted enough time. So I'm going to drink this. I'm going to move my body. We have a virtual workout that we're streaming today. If you want to hop on, jump in there, my friend. It's all about accountability. I really don't want to today, which is why I need it. And then we shall start the working segment of today. But super exciting things to report. They're all getting along so much better. Connor is willingly reading books. They've started to play with their Legos and other toys again, their doll houses and calico critters, which is really fun. It's not just about tablets. And they're just being like really helpful. Like I'll give them chores and they actually do them instead of coming up with all these reasons why they shouldn't. So there's been lots and lots of really good things. Like I actually have felt much calmer in motherhood than I have in a really long time. I have a tendency to lose my shit and scream and, be like from The Exorcist. I get overwhelmed really easily, you guys. So anyway, yeah. So anyways, friends, I believe in you today. I hope that you show up, that you take some ownership in your day, that you're not just reacting to all the things happening. Unplug from social media or the news if you need to, and just drive your freaking bus. Drive your freaking bus and listen to something positive, plug into something that inspires you and builds you up and makes you feel good, and then count all the little ways that you're winning. I say this all the time to the ladies in my tribe, like it's all the teeny tiny victories that add up to major momentum. And I'm just applying that to this chapter of life, right? That, Connor's reading more easily and more willingly, and that they're being nice to each other, and all those little tiny things, those are big victories. I'm not going to think about the work we haven't completed or how I'm really behind with my business or any of the other things. It's just a funny season, and it's a chance for me to grow. Oh, affirmation card while we're here. Let's see, what's today's affirmation card going to be? Today's affirmation card, I am present. Oh, isn't that funny? I breathe into this perfect moment without fear of the future or regret of the past. I am present. And so, come here. One last, say hello, say goodbye to your people. Say goodbye, say goodbye. Yeah, all right. Make it count, friends.